Hello, hello. Latonia Price here. Wanted to come to you this afternoon. Surprisingly enough, yes, this afternoon. Definitely getting some things together for tomorrow. I have a vendor table at a very big event, actually, at the State Fairgrounds tomorrow. It's going to incorporate a lot of businesses here in the city and actually in other areas, local, close to us, not too far. And they're all coming in town, and from what I understand. And so just getting ready for that event on tomorrow, getting things together, getting things prepared, getting myself together, making sure I, get rest and do all that fabulous stuff. So I wanted to come today as your empowerment stunner for Damsel in Defense, and I wanted to share one of our awesome and amazing tools. So we have a lot of stuff, and I know a lot of people, a lot of times when I go to an event, people will, they'll really kind of just ask so many questions. First and foremost, they always ask, are you like a self-defense instructor or something like that? And I say, no. We are not self-defense instructors. However, we are kind of in that process of what they want to entitle as safety trainers, which honestly, it kind of aligns with that whole self-defense. But we also want to ensure people are educated. A lot of times, and that's our mission. Let me first off make sure everybody understand what is the mission of Damsel in Defense. And basically, it's to educate, empower, and equip women and families with personal protection. And so basically, with that, there's all kind of items, everything from the stun gun, the pepper sprays. We have other traveling items. We have personal alarms. We even have children's books to help break the ice about being situationally aware when it comes to spending the night over your friend's house, when it comes to spending the night over or at the playground rather, or things like that. So it's all kinds of awesome stuff that has really caused this particular business to really help make a huge impact. And so everything that is purchased from Damsel in Defense, if it's from the website, from myself, however it might be, they give back every month to some sort of charitable organization that helps with the whole sex trafficking, domestic violence, all of that. So that's the mission. We want to educate, empower, and equip women and families about personal protection, but also we want to help those that are even going through and having to kind of come out as a survivor and kind of get, reestablished, if you will, because that's a very traumatic experience. Even with the Safe Hearts, the children's books, and all those different items for the kids, that there even an extra portion of that goes towards special counseling centers or services for children who had to, go through counseling for sexual abuse and assault. So that young of a tender age, of course, they have to really, kind of go through some counseling, all that good stuff. So yeah. So I wanted to come today. I said I made a post, and so I'm going to post it here in this particular business side of my page because, I don't want to get locked up in Facebook jail because I can't just keep using my personal page. So I will share the video, of course. And so, and of course, I plan to even upload possibly to the YouTube channel that I have for my Empowerment Stunner, Damsel in Defense portion that I'm doing here. So I made the an announcement that I'll be doing the Sock It To Me tool. And so everybody is always very, very curious because I lay these out on the table at events. And they're this. And I know if this is backwards, I'm so sorry. But this is the Sock It To Me tool. And so whenever, that's pretty much what they look like. There's different colors. They are only $10. They're only $10. And so, with that particular tool, basically it's definitely used in a self-defense situation. And so, everybody's always so curious because they're like, what is this? And that's why I picked it first, because it seems to trigger so many curiosities because they're very colorful, number one. And a lot of people think they're pins or they're something like that, and they're not. They're actual self-defense striking tool or weapon, if you will. So what I want to just discuss is the fact that these particular items, basically, first and foremost, I'm going to show how I do it. So basically, first and foremost, we also got these awesome purses. I was in the purple. I was in the purple purse, but I had to flip because, I carry a lot of stuff. So this is one of our Damsel in Defense purses. It's the Carry and Conceal. I believe this is the, I don't think this is the Hideaway, but this is our larger size, our actual large size. We have large, mid, and compact. So for every purse, it comes with a special compartment. This is where you can conceal your piece if you wish to. If you don't, it's fine. It's cute anyway. It's fashionable anyway. So, and so this is the large size. I'm not doing a special I'm not doing a presentation on this, but they're 70. If anybody just wants to know that, they're 70. So basically what I do is I have this attached to my to the actual side that I normally wear my purse. So this is actually attached to a breakaway. Okay, so basically what a breakaway is, it just helps you to easily detach it, and we sell those breakaways too for $5. So with this, you also want to ensure, and this is the thing, whenever you use any kind of weapon or self-defense mechanism, it's always a method, and you really have to practice. Even if you take self-defense courses, anything they teach you, they always going to tell you, practice at home, practice, because that's the way it's going to get memorized into your mind and to a natural reaction. And you don't want to be left in a state of surprise when something does occur. So of course, with this weapon, and I'm just trying to think of all the questions that people have asked me over the last few months. Yes, unfortunately, this is something that would not necessarily deter if an attacker is far away. Yes, it is one of those circumstances where they're right up on you. They're on you, and there's no way of getting them off or anything like that. Don't get discouraged, though, because there's a lot of things that you can do with a lot of our items, even when they're on you. So, yes, this is unfortunately one of those things that, yes, they have to be right up on you. But it's a matter of protection. You don't have to have this on a key ring. Like I said, I have it as a breakaway. I have before kept it in my pocket when it's late at night in the dark. I'm walking to my car. If I'm ever out that late, I'll put it in my pocket, that kind of thing. So when you have this, you have to actually ensure that you are gripping it. It is a special grip. You don't necessarily want to do this because it's not going to have as much force. It's not going to have as much power. You want to do this. This is what you want to do. And so when you have this, yes, you are going to go for certain points. I'm going to show you an illustration as far as the actual printout that we have. So that's how you want to hold it. Ideally, you want to hold it like this. You want to hold it as a fist. And you're going to be striking your attacker. And so, you're going to strike from the body, from the side, you're going to strike all that stuff, okay? That's how you're going to be actually doing it. And there are certain points. This is a little, and like I said, I'm so sorry if this is backwards. So this is a little illustration of the striking points. So when it comes to, like, you have all these are different points. These are like trigger points. These are special points to kind of keep in mind that's really going to do a, some actual reaction, because the whole essence is you want to make your attacker feel pain. I know that sounds really horrible when I just said that. I'm so sorry, but not really. You get my drift. So you want to ensure your attacker feels pain. That pain is what's going to allow them to really get distracted from further attacking you. I know some people may think, well, ain't that just going to make them more angry? Isn't that going to make them more attack you? Sort of, but there's going to be that second, and this is why it's so important to either practice, think about this in your mind, or practice this. They've actually, we've had some trainings, we're having some more trainings coming up, where, hey, to get a friend, act like they're attacking you. Please do not, though, hit them physically with it. If you need to, get some pillows, kind of simulate. If you can simulate it, I know it sounds really creepy and scary to do that, but in all fairness, it's a good way to practice, as I stated, to practice. So you think about in what situation. And so these are some things to think about. I know a lot of people, and us women especially, we always try to, we've been kind of probably told even by our dads. I know my daddy has told me this before. Go for that special spot. If it's a man, go for it. Go for it. But honestly, hey, it doesn't always work out that way. It doesn't. It doesn't always work out that way where you can just get to that part. And that should not be the only point to think about, is what I'm trying to get to. A lot of us think, oh, we just go for, we just gonna kick them right there. Or we just gonna hit them right there. Hey, let's not always try to go for that. There are some other things to look for. There's other important spots that actually do work. And so we have all of this. And the reason I wanted to show this is I'm going to keep kind of showing it so that way you know. So you have kind of like that arm portion. You have those sides. This tool can break bone and it can puncture. This is the reason. That's why they say, we've been told that this is really the only weapon that is lethal, and it can be considered lethal because of the fact that anywhere from the neck and above can be lethal. Now, we don't encourage that by no means. We're just showing you where the points are. But we do not encourage you just to make it lethal. We're not encouraging that. In fact, let's just be honest. Yes, if it's just this point, if it's just that, you have to realize how far your hand is. Yes, it can puncture. And sometimes, depending upon where that puncture point is, it is going to puncture. It's going to cause bleeding. It's going to cause different things. We already know there are some nerves, as we see up here, the nerves and nerves here. It can make the person bleed out. Yes, it can. However, what I'm trying to say is, and this is what we try to tell people, if it's about your life, then hey, that's one of the things about self-defense. We're not encouraging you to kill anyone, because our whole premise is about that educating, equipping, and empowering women with personal protection, women and families with personal protection. We don't endorse necessarily killing. We don't endorse, just wanting to physically harm anyone. If it's about your life, you want to do everything that you can in your mind to protect yourself. So if by chance you have this tool and you hit one of those points that's above, from the neck and above, just know it can be lethal. And if it's about your life, hey, then that would be your defense. That would be your reasoning. But of course, it should be evident, of course, in that situation, that person is on you. But definitely, you can always go for the body. You can always go for the body. As long as your arms are there. I understand, like I said, some people, they're attracted to this. As I know, I just came from a couple of weeks ago. Was at an event, and a lady got a purse and she got one of these. She said she wasn't sure if she's going to be ready for the stun gun and a pepper spray. She wasn't sure. I'm serious. She said, I'm not sure if I'm ready just to be, so I'm going to get this. This one we'll get first. And she was aware, and I just told her, this is one of those weapons that, yes, they do have to be right up on you, that kind of scenario. Of course, God forbid you don't want that to happen. But, we try to be more proactive versus reactive. And unfortunately, this is one of those more reactive sort of tools. But in the same sense, she said, I wasn't ready for it. I'm not ready for a stun gun. I don't want pepper spray. I'm going to start off with this, and I'm going to consider the other items. So she got the purse, and she got the Sakatumi Kubotan. So, it's up to you. It's totally up to you. And it's however you feel with your protection. A lot of this, I don't want people to necessarily look at the pricing per se. I know a lot of times they're like, oh, that's only $10. Let me get that. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Don't think about the price when it comes to your protection. And I'm just being completely honest. Don't consider that. If you know you are in a situation, if you know of somebody that's been in situations, they're running from a situation, whatever it might be, I would not try to put a price tag on that. I would not put a price tag on that. So think about that. As much as we want to consider, yes, some things are maybe a little, out of your budget range for investing something right at this moment. And I understand that. But I do also know that this is real. I have never personally have been in a very, very horrible or abusive situation. I never have. I have been grabbed, where it did frighten me. I have been grabbed, but I've never just been in a situation where, hey, it got really physical. I'll admit, I never came out with a black eye, a busted lip. I never came out of a situation like that. And I would never, ever will want to, hopefully, in my life, experience something like that. But I do know that, unfortunately, for women, it happens every day, every single day. And that's the reason why this mission, and that's why I love it, because we're doing something that is unique. We're doing something that is helping equip, educate, empower women and families about personal protection. Yes, we know we've had the conversations. I grew up in a household where we had conversations. Hey, come straight home. Don't talk to strangers. All that stuff. We've had all those conversations. But in this day and time, some people are very uncomfortable talking about it. Some people don't want to talk about it. They just feel like if there's no need because of the neighborhood you live in or whatever you think, or whatever excuse you might have come up with in your mind, like, oh, it's never going to happen to me. Well, what if you are in a situation and your friend, something happens to them, unfortunately? Just think about that. And those are things to think about. And also, we're not using scare tactics to try to get people into, trying to get these items. It's not a scare tactic. It's just reality. And we know God protects. We know he does. We plead the blood of Jesus all the time. We plead the blood of Jesus all the time, right? And we know it protects. We know it restores. We know the power that God has. It's just that we also know the enemy is still on the loose. He hasn't been locked away yet. So because of that, he's going to use, unfortunately, those that will to cause harm. And so that was just today, the Sakatumi Kupaton striking tool. I hope that hopefully you got some information as hey, that's our mission, to educate, empower, and equip. If you are interested in getting a Sakatumi, if you want to get the breakaway that goes with it to attach to your purse, if you do whatever. I know also you can layer this with your actual, like, your stun guns. So, like, I'll show this real fast, because that's another thing when it comes to personal protection. You want to layer it up sometimes, because let's say you in a tussle, and I mean, it's a tussle. It is a heck of a tussle. And so let's say they try to take away the stun gun from you, which, of course, in that case, if they take it from you, it's no longer active. They can't use it on you. But if you have this attached, you still have a secondary weapon. So you can have one of these attached. You can have a pepper spray attached. You can have something as a secondary weapon. So you want to layer it up as well. So if you want a combo deal, you want to get a Sakatumi and you want to get a stun gun or get a grip. However you want to do it. It's ideal to try to layer it up. I actually keep this on the side of my purse, in the pocket on the side. I don't really layer mine. I have considered it, though. I don't layer mine, but I have definitely considered it, because you just have those extra layers of protection, if you will. So that's just that. So that is the Sakatumi Kupaton striking tool. As I stated, they're $10. You can go to my website, www.empowermentstunna.com, and order from there. It'll come direct. If you order, don't get it directly delivered. Yes, there is some tax. Yes, there is a delivery fee, but we all know that lovely convenience of being delivered straight to your home. It's wonderful. And they don't mess around. I promise you, they don't. That's the one thing I have been pleasantly surprised with this company. Like once again, at another event, I put in an order and I actually put it in while there. I put in her order. I was like, do you want, hey, because she wanted to surprise her friend. And so she was like, I want to get an item for my friend, but I want to ship it to her. So I was like, cool. So, we got it together and I put in that order Saturday night. She got it that Wednesday. Not bad, considering the weekend deal, So put it in. She got it that Wednesday. So it was really quick. It was nothing to fool around with. They sent it right out. So, and that was just standard shipping. That wasn't like express or anything like that. It was standard. Although, I think they offer, let me not say that because I don't think they offer express. Because I want to say because they're so quick with the standard. But, so you have standard delivery and it was quick. So, just consider that, all right? So that was Sock It To Me. I plan to come with something else probably in the coming weeks with another helpful session here, if you will, of some safety tips and training, if you will. And I really want to ensure that people are equipped, educated, and empowered. Thank you so much for watching. For those that watch even afterwards, I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you for the support. Any support that you can give, there's different ways to support. Spread the word by mouth. Let people know they can visit my website, once again, which is www.empowermentstunner.com. Join the mission. Join it. Join the mission. I would love, 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 love to have some really great people under, to kind of get a good team together, and I would love to get that going. So definitely reach out to me if you're interested in joining. That particular amount is only $99, and they pay for the shipping when it comes to your kit. You can get some, and you can even upgrade your kit to kind of include some other little stuff. So that's pretty cool too. So it's only $99 to actually join. Or host an Empower Hour or host a Warrior Workshop. Yes, host a Warrior Workshop or Empower Hour. Basically, a Empower Hour is a little basic. It's a little simple, but it's definitely worth it because you once again get the information about what to do, how to do, and different things like that. With the Warrior Workshops, they are really starting to take off. My colleagues, as far as the other Independent Damsel Pros across the country, on our corporate page, a lot of them has been sharing about their Warrior Workshops, and they are awesome. So we are actually underway, even as I speak, of some additional trainings and some different things that we're going to be getting more equipped with. And so even my director, she is getting started. She's excited. We all excited. We all excited about this Warrior Workshop because it's really empowering. And so it's going to be so different than your average direct sales home party, if you will. It's going to be a little different. And so if you're interested in getting, even hosting one of those, contact me and we'll see what we can get arranged. But that's going to be kicking off a lot more in 2018, just because I know we have to kind of go through some other insurance coverages and stuff like that. So just letting you know. So, but yes, I would love to, even if anybody can think they want to do something for the first part of the year, contact me, do that. So those are the ways you can support. Empower Hour, a Warrior Workshop, join the mission. So like I said, it's only $99, and hey, maybe you want to have an extra stream of income. It's up to you. Definitely no. I prayed for it about a year. I tell people all the time, I prayed about joining a whole year before joining this. So I understand. I don't rush people to do anything. So definitely pray about it, because I have been praying to God to send those that he wishes to send. And so you can do that, and just word of mouth. Let people know. Purchase some items. Get some of those Christmas items. Make some of your Christmas gifts something about protecting, okay? So do that as well if you need to, okay? So like I said, God bless you. Thank you. Love you. And I will be back once again with another training pretty soon. All right? Bye.